Hello guys, this is Mr. Varas. Today we're going to learn about percents, okay? So when you're solving percent problems, this formula is very helpful, okay? This formula that says that the part to whole ratio is equal to some percent over the 100% ratio, all right? So pay attention that in this formula we have three unknown, either the part, the whole, or the percent, because the 100 is always going to be there. It's part of the formula, right? So that means you're going to be dealing with a problem that is asking for the part, or is asking for the whole, or is asking for the percent, all right? So just keep in mind that, right? So let's start with the first case. So the first case, the first problem says, what percent of 20 is 4? So pay attention to this keyword of, right? Because after the word of, you will find the whole number, all right? Because of is like you're referencing to something, right? Which is always the whole, right? So that's why, after the or, you will find the whole, right? So 20, you can label it. It's very useful to label, your ingredients. So you have the whole and you have the part right there. Why the other number is not the percent? Because remember, the other could be also only the percent. So if one is the whole and I have another number, that has to be the part. Because on this side of the equation, I have the numbers. And on this half of the equation, I have the percent. All right? So now let's put all these ingredients of my recipe into the formula. The part is 4, so I'm gonna put 4 here, and the whole is 20, so I'm gonna put 20 there. The percent is the one that is unknown in this case. Also, you say what percent, so that's another keyword. Right? I'm looking for the percent, so I'm gonna put X for the percent, and on the denominator I'm gonna put 100, right? So remember when we were doing this in class, how to solve proportions, I said, multiply the numbers that are in the diagonal, right? The diagonal with numbers is this diagonal, right? There are two diagonals, either this one or this one. But this is the one that has two numbers. So I'm going to always multiply the diagonal with numbers. So X is going to be equal to 4 times 100 over the number that is alone, that doesn't have, that is not in the diagonal, right? So that's gonna be 400 over 20. And 400 over 20 is equal to 20. So what's that, 20 or 20%? So we can check, the question, what percent? So I'm looking for percent, right? So that will be 20%. But let's say, you're not checking the question, right? Where is the X? The X is on the side of the percent. So that the final answer has to be percent, 20%. All right. So let's analyze now the second case. 8 is 20% of one number. 8 is 20% of one number. Again, keyword. The keyword is of, right? After the keyword, you will find what? The whole number. But in this particular case, we have of what number? That means that the whole is unknown. All right, the whole is unknown. So that means this 8, this one, is the part. That's my P. The 20% is gonna go into the percent, right? The numerator on the other side. And my unknown is gonna be the whole. So let's put the numbers now here. Part is 8. The whole is the unknown. I'm gonna put X here. Equals to the percent that is given is what? 20%, right there. Over 100. All right? So now we can just follow the same rule, right? Multiply the diagonal that has numbers, right? In this particular case is 8 times 100, right? It will be 8 times 100 over the number that is alone, which is 20. So it's 800 over 20 equals what? How much is that? 40. 40 what? Is percent or is a number? First of all, we can just refer to the question and say what number. So this has to be a number. Now let's say you don't refer to the question. Double check. X is where? In the side for the number. So that's your final answer. X is equal to 40. All right. Now the third case, which is probably the most straightforward case. What is 25% of 40? Again, we're going to find the keyword of, right? And after that word, we find the whole number. So this is my whole, right? 25% is my percent that is given. And what I'm looking for? I'm looking for the part, right? So in the area of part, I'm going to put X. The whole is 40. And then I have the percent, which is this particular percent, is 25% over 100, right? Right there. Let's solve this equation now, this proportion equation as well, all right? So what is the diagonal with numbers? In this particular case, this diagonal has the numbers, right? I have to multiply that one using the cross product rule, right? 40 times 25 over the number that is not in the diagonal. In this case, the number that is not in the diagonal is 100. So let's multiply this. Is going to be 1,000 over 100 right there. So X is equal to 10, right? 1,000 over 100 is equal to 10. And again, it's a number or it's a percent. We're looking for what is 25% of 40. We're looking for a number, or X is on the number side. All right, guys. So this is it for today. I'm going to post some classwork for you guys to do. All right. If you have any questions, please just send me a message.